right, good to have you on the show. Very pleasant evening to you and welcome to ATN Press Roundtable on Atlantic Television Network. We are so grateful and happy that you are joining us once again. Press Roundtable is a convergence of media practitioners who dissect news and current affairs to provide the right balance. So today on Press Roundtable, first of all, we are going to be looking at stories, very many stories we'll be discussing. Enugu, 3 arrested over alleged murder of 5 security operatives. And from Edo State, a speaker suspends Shaibu's ally, 2 others. And cybercrime, 2 minors, others arrested for uploading woman's nude video online. And presidency, FG says no plan for foreign military base in Nigeria. So these are the stories that we are going to look at when we come back on this very short break. Just stay tuned.
From the line across the ocean to the land beyond the mountains, through the Sahara, we bring all sport news, live analysis, expert discussions on trending stories in politics, business, socio-economy, sports, and documentaries. So catch all the updates on the happenings around the globe. Stay focused on the fact today. Only on ATN.
We're glad to have you back on the show this evening. It is my pleasure to announce the presence of Mr. George Kingsley Papamie, who is right here in the studio. So you're welcome. Good to have you on the show again. Sure. All right. All right. Okay. We are going to look at the stories from Enugu. My name is Angel. Angelic Angel. Let's look at the stories. 3 arrested over alleged murder of 5 security operatives. That's coming from Enugu State. The police command in Enugu State has arrested 3 suspects for the alleged murder of 2 policemen and 3 neighborhood watch group members in an ambush within the Iga community in Uzo-Uwani local government area of the state. The command spokesman, DSP Daniel Ndukwe, said in a statement issued on Monday in Enugu that the unprovoked, unwarranted attack and gruesome murder of 5 security operatives was carried out by harbored criminal members of the community. Ndukwe said the attack was carried out in the community on Friday evening. He further stated that on the same date, a combined security team of 3 policemen and 4 neighborhood watch group provided security for a team of visiting investors from Lagos on a tour of a proposed agricultural investment site in the area. However, the team was ambushed and attacked by a large group of the criminal element who opened fire on them. Upon the unprovoked sudden attack, members of the team scampered for safety. An assistant superintendent of police, ASP, who led the team, 1 neighborhood watch personnel, and 3 members of the team of investors were later rescued by a policeman team that immediately mobilized to the crime scene. But eventually, murdered members of the team went missing and unaccounted for. However, in the course of a full-scale investigation, a search and manhunt operation launched thereafter. 3 males suspected to have masterminded the attack were then arrested. Their revelations during interrogation led to the discovery and recovery of 2 slain policemen.
I'm talking about involves somebody's hideout, somebody's actions, somebody's responses, and other inhuman treatment that maybe the neighborhood is suffering because of you. So what we understand from the police investigation is that these 3 suspects were the masterminds we want the police
Exactly.
at this point that these persons who have taken laws into their hands to break and to condemn the rule of law, they should be punished. All right? If they have any grievances, it is the security that will resolve that matter. All right? And then you live in peace. Because if you happen to do the other way of killing and taking somebody's life, you too will not live. That's the solution. And these 3 suspects that are arrested, they should open up and make sure that every hideout and every nook and cranny of this kind of we already know that the people who did these things are people that, you understand me, that do not regard human existence.
And those people also do not place value upon themselves.
Yes.
Now coming to
no regard at all.
Yeah, at all.
It's
Now,
quite unfortunate.
now look at the security operatives, those who are also watching over their lives and property, now murdering them. What is expected of the community? The community will be empty of no security operatives. The security will just be porous, and then people can attack them anyhow. So killing these security operatives, I think, is going to carry anyway. It's a murder case. So I know the government has to do something about it.
The government will take serious action because it's not they are still investigating the matter.
Yeah.
Because they're going to take autopsy report. The autopsy report should be able to show that bullets were found in them, you know what I mean, to be able to explain the circumstances, you know what I mean, that is surrendering their death, which means that these boys are armed. So where did they get the arms? Where did they get the arms? So that's the question. Where did they get those arms? Because the evidence from the autopsy report, you know what I mean, is what will reflect further investigation to ensure that everybody that is connected to this deadly act of a security operative is a serious offense. It's a very, very serious offense.
Exactly.
And if the police are not patient, or the security operatives are not patient, they would have invaded that community and killing those lives, which is wrong.
So many, they know that with the punishment to murder. Once you murder, you have to go in for it.
Yes.
At least we know of one recently that died by hanging.
Yes.
Because he murdered someone.
Yes.
Now, how after realizing this fact, and most of them have been jailed, and they continue to perpetrate this kind of evil, they continue to kill.
So what I would
Could
tell,
it be
yes.
because they are just free,
No.
because they are jobless? Could it be because what could really make this youth
going to this kind of action?
Exactly.
Now,
Youngsters, yes.
The problem that the country is facing is what is putting the system into a mess. All right? We find ourselves that everybody wants to, be a king. All right? And nobody wants to look at the people. Otherwise, in an economy like this, investment, you know what I mean, should have been our priority. Because if we have invested in infrastructures, all right, that or industrialization, and as a country, if this country would have invested more in building refineries, we have the oil. Where are you taking it to? Call the country that you know that can build this refinery, and then they start building it, and then government will be paying them. All right, I hope you understand. Government will be paying them by what the revenue they raise, and they work at the ratio. Every month, this is what government can give to you for building a refinery. I don't know where you're getting. And so that way, with the oil that we have, it would have gone a far better, if it were builded a far better economy. All right, a far better economy where you see productivity everywhere. You wake up in the morning, you are even trying to see how you can blend 2 jobs together at a time. All right, because of what? The availability of the job. So when the availability of the job is not there, these boys, all right, begin to think out of the box to commit crime. So what we should do at this point is to advise our government, advise the people that are in authority, that is the presidency and the National Assembly and state governors, all right, to take the step to ensure that they build refineries. We want to see refineries. When refinery is everywhere, like the one that somebody can take a product, is not refinery means that even the crude oil, which has 5,000 substances, all right, that can be extracted into different chemicals. Or where you can, after all, there could be a refinery company that is testing and analyzing on a chemical. All right. So those are the production that we want to see that can provide employment for people. So if those things are there, crime will reduce. Otherwise, all this will not happen. What we are seeing there is anger. This murder is anger. Anger of what? When I don't have anything to do, the devil can use me. So that's the point.
Yeah, they can channel that energy in also protecting their community.
Of course. Of course.
Working for the good of the community.
Yes, of course.
Now, instead of, painting their community in a bad life and leaving it in that state where now they will go in for it.
Yes,
and
sir.
even to any young one, any youngsters, as a matter of fact, watching Atlantic Television Network right now, you just bear in mind that if you commit murder, definitely you go in for it. There's no mercy for anyone who is perpetrating evil. And as a matter of fact, their sponsors during interrogation and investigation will also come out. So if you happen to be among those who sponsor evil, who sponsored violence, who sponsored stuff like this that could really take away lives of citizens, even the security operatives, because once life is concerned, life is concerned.
Exactly.
So if you're watching it, just make sure that you pull back, take a deep breath in order that, because bettering our society is a collective responsibility.
Yes.
It's a matter that concerns you and I. Yes. And if you kill, you have to be killed as well. If your brother killed, he also had to be killed.
Yes.
Yeah, so I think parents also have a very long way to go in, trying to put their children together,
exactly.
Advising them so that they won't be part of this. You see people who have destinies, you see people who, who have this brighter future, engaging in all these kind of crimes and thinking that someday they're going to get away with it. Not at all. When they engage in it, they will also be brought to book. So parents also need to do a very good job in training their children. And once you have these grown-up ones, some of them could be, we wouldn't say juvenile delinquencies, peer pressure could also contribute.
Yes.
Because there's no way you're abusing drugs, there's no way you're taking some, marijuana, something like marijuana or the cannabis, without you.
Can influence.
Yes, without you falling into this category of people who are perpetrating this crime in the society. Because that's it. Yes. If you are among those people, if you happen to have any of your brothers or sisters who are into this, you just once in a while, you sit down with them because they really need help. These are the people that fall into this category. And when they're falling, they will be punished. Definitely they must be punished. Now, let's take stories coming from Edo State. Edo Speaker suspends Shaibu allies and 2 others. The Speaker of the Edo State House of Assembly, Blessing Abwe Baku, on Monday, suspended 3 lawmakers over an alleged plot to impeach him and other principal officers of the Assembly. One of the suspended lawmakers, Donald Okobe, PDP, Akoko Edo 2, is an ally of the impeached Deputy Governor Philip Shaibu and was the only lawmaker who did not sign the petition that led to Shaibu's impeachment. The 2 others are Ade Amaku Ishibo, APC, Ishant North East 1, and Iyamo Bride, PDP. Abba Beku also accused the trio of bringing native doctors to the house on May 1 at around 1 a.m. to perform the sacrifice. Abba Beku said the 3 lawmakers were suspended indefinitely, alleging that external forces were influencing them to cause chaos and remove the house's leadership. The suspension of the lawmakers, however, created tension in the house as the affected lawmakers kicked against their suspension. In a rowdy section, the three suspended lawmakers were seen screaming, "Mr. Speaker, you do not have the right to unilaterally suspend any members of the House." So this is actually coming from Edo State. You can remember why, and he had to suspend him because he was not part of those people who really signed for the deputy, the ex-deputy Governor Philip Shaibu, for him to be impeached, and I think that is what he is actually facing right now. And I said they have been suspended, him and two others. But I was like, he said they brought to some native doctors. Was it really? Can he really say that it is true? Did they see any proof of bringing native doctors to the place? What could really lead a lawmaker, to bring a native doctor into such a place? You understand it? And now this is a problem. And he's now warranting him. Anyway, he has been suspended. Two of them have been suspended, and Shaibu's ally, who refused to sign that document. Now, we're talking about the House of Assembly and how to better the lives of the states. Now, you look at the economy, is very bad, and this is happening in the House of Assembly. What do they really want to people? What do they want us to believe? What do they want to, what do they want us to emulate? What are they really telling us that they cannot fix that place? This is coming from Edo State, not just River State. We're talking about Edo State. So this problem has lingered for a very long time. Now, does he really have the right to suspend these people? I mean, the speaker? Does he really have the right to suspend them based on assertion, based on allegation? Does he really have the right?
Yes, I think if not the fact, that it is politically motivated,
okay,
it does not have the powers to do that. All right? Because in the House, they always vote.
Okay.
I hope you understand. They always vote. The assembly is ruled by vote. It's not by personal vendetta.
Okay.
All right? It's not by political. It's not by political, what do you call it, propaganda.
Okay.
So in such period, one need to ensure that every of the proceedings of the assembly to rule on such a matter that is very, very sensitive, all right, it must ensure that it takes the procedure of the House and not by announcement. I hope you understand what I'm saying. Not by announcement. If they have done wrong, of course you spell it out to them in writing, isn't it?
It is.
You will hear from them before you now say, we have heard from them and therefore we have set up a committee, all right, to investigate, or a panel to investigate them. You don't just send people away that are representing a lot of people. And you know that if this man go back empty-handed, what will he tell the people that are here, that is representing? What message, or what is it, because of the politics that we are into, that will not allow governance to reign, which is wrong? So what we understand in the Edo politics is beginning to have high-handedness, political high-handedness, that, politics has taken over the show. It's no more the way that it is now free for everyone to come and do what you like. It's no more free again. So this is the time that the Shaibu should as well put his camp together. If they have put away somebody from his camp, he should be able to put his camp together to defend himself. All right? Because surely if he's going out, he's not going down alone because it's political. All right? He will go down with most of his followers. That's how politics is run. All right? So he will go down with most of his followers. So it's not new in politics. This kind of activity is not new. But it is not right because it affects those people that are benefiting. All right? and the people in such areas will not get what they deserve, and because a problem to such a place to develop fast. So I would advise that they follow the assembly procedure. The procedure and process of ensuring that these people are suspended should be followed so that there will be peace.
Okay. Do you mean that their suspension is going to bring peace in the assembly arena?
Now, what I'm saying is that if the procedure, they follow the procedure.
Okay, the normal procedure, yes.
I, speaker, this is what I had.
Okay.
I will query you.
Okay.
You will answer me.
Okay.
All right, and then when you answer me now, if I'm not satisfied, it's not only you now, all the people that are involved. If I'm not satisfied, I'll bring it to the house and announce it. That this is why I want that. This is their reply to me. The committee should investigate and come out with the point. So you have to give them audience. You must hear from them to be able to, for them to exhaustively express themselves. I hope you understand me. It is at that stage that if you are not satisfied, all right, you can give them a strike.
Though people that have 18 local government areas, and these things, they keep having these problems, and this Philip Shaibus issue keep, coming up and coming up. I think there's a need for them to really settle this matter,
of course,
in order for them to bring peace in their community.
Yes.
This is not the time that anyone wants to be hearing such news and that's so disheartening about suspension and all of that, about the problems in the house. So I think there's a need for them to fix it, because I know all this is political, and it has political undertone as well. But if they have to do it like a personal affair, me versus you, you versus me, my ally, my so they are turning it to be
politically motivated.
Exactly.
It has high-handedness, political high-handedness.
Good. Okay, let's just back on a very short break. When we come back, we'll look at cybercrime.
From the line across the ocean to the land beyond the mountains, through the Sahara, we bring all sport news, live analysis, expert discussions on trending stories in politics, business, socio-economy, sports, and documentaries. So catch all the updates on the happenings around the globe. Stay focused on the fact today, only on ATN.
Every day, our lives are changed by history.
We are one people, all of us.
Leaders, politics,
Nobody's ambition is what's the blood.
I have fought a very firmly.
natural occurrence, war, and the world economy.
I belong to everybody, and I belong to nobody.
ATN covers it all on ATN Politics today.
People into the country illegally. That is amazing.
Honorable
You human
on the point of order.
Honorable
From the line across the ocean to the land beyond the mountains, through the Sahara, we bring all sport news, live analysis, expert discussions on trending stories in politics, business, socio-economy, sports, and documentaries. So catch all the updates on the happenings around the globe. Stay focused on the fact today, only on ATN.
Every day, our lives are changed by history.
We are one people, all of us.
Leaders, politics,
Nobody's ambition is what the blood.
I have fought a very family.
natural occurrence, war, and the world economy.
I belong to everybody and I belong to nobody.
ATN covers it all on ATN Politics today.
People into the country illegally. That is amazing.
Honorable
You human
on the point of order.
Honorable
All right, glad to have you back on the show. This is Press Roundtable on Atlantic Television Network. Okay, now let's look at cybercrime. 2 minors, others arrested for uploading woman's nude video online. Police operatives of Edo State Police Command have arrested 2 minors and 3 others for allegedly stripping one Christabel Akiwe naked over alleged phone thefts. They were said to have made a video of her nakedness and uploaded it on social media. The suspects, Blessing Lucky 15, Jennifer Eboiwe 30, Iziebwe Obodu 39, Naomi 17, and Lucky Endurance 16 were arrested for indecent assault on a female and cyber stalking. The State Commissioner of Police, Fonsho Adeboyeho, paraded the suspect on Friday at the command headquarters in Benin. The state capital said the suspects accused the victim of stealing an Android phone belonging to one Lucky and called her to return the phone, the said phone. Adeboye said after Christabel had returned the phone to the owner, they lured her into Blessings Lucky's mother's house, beat and strip her naked, and threatened to put pepper in her private parts. He added that the suspect made a video of the scene which has gone viral on social media. Adeboye said that on receiving the report, police operatives arrested the suspect who confessed to the crime. Okay. Now, he added that they will soon be charged in court. The CP said the Edo Police Command have arrested 5 females for stripping a woman for allegedly stealing an Android phone. They then made a video of the victims who are naked and posted it online. They have now become suspects. In a case, they should have been the complainant, like the complaint, while warning the citizens not to take laws into their own hands, noting that those who should have been the complainant have turned themselves into suspects in the case. He said the police would cooperate with the human rights organizations to make sure that the suspect pay for the crime. He said, and I quote, "I will advise residents not to take law into their own hands and to report cases of this nature to the police." He said one of the suspects, Eboibe, said she is ashamed of what they did to the victim. Now, this is really quite pathetic. Like what they said, that someone who is supposed to be a complainant, who is supposed to launch a complaint and said, "You stole from me," is now the suspects, has turned to be the suspect. Yeah. Just because she stole the phone. Because for as long as you thief, there is also a punishment to that. But now, she stole, they caught her, she returned the said phone, they lured her to a room, beat her, stripped her, and then took a video of her nudity, and then posted it on the social media. This is quite heavy. It's quite pathetic, and it really had to bear, because now they were supposed to they were supposed to go to the police and said, "She stole from us, and this is what is happening. She's going to pay for it." Or after she must have returned, when you see her attitude and her repentant mood, you can forgive her, or she will pay a fine, or she'll be arrested by the police. But now they took laws into their hands by doing this, perpetrating this evil. What can you say? What's your reaction to this whole,
Yes, first of all, we should understand that there are two separate cases. One stealing, the other one mobbing. All right? The mobbed her.
The mobbed her.
So we call the mobbed her. So the mobbed her, that's why she was stripped naked.
Yes.
He didn't touch her, nothing will happen to her.
Exactly.
So they mobbed her. So what the offense that they have committed is very clear. All right? Just like the way you explained. When they got knowledge of her evidence, for example, presented that yes, I took the phone, and it is so good that she made up her mind
to return
it. If she refused to return it, what would have happened? You simply, in such cases, all right, this is our fellow woman, all right? If she does wrong, does not mean that we are going to kill her. There's a way we will talk to her and make her understand that the thing that she has done is bad, and she will stop. I don't know what that is, just to make her understand the danger. Your mother, it could be your sister, your family sister, or whatever. And then you are seeing her being publicly disgraced. Of course, nobody will take it. All right? Nobody will take it because it's an abomination. If she has committed an offense and they have found out what they are, if they want to still go further without advising her properly and giving her a stern warning, all right? If you do this again, I will find it out that you did it. Of course, all of us here, let us be witness. We are going to make sure that she pay for it because we have warned you. How does that mean? Warning first. And then you see the person's life change. All right? Because she almost volunteered of bringing out the phone. And by that act, if she didn't bring it, and somebody say, I saw you, and then the thing can go viral. But in this case, taking somebody's nude
pictures,
yes, pictures
and nude videos,
and then the videos
posting it
online to humiliate, ridicule the woman's the life is not allowed. The law does not give such room, and therefore all those that are involved, whether minor or provided you're a suspect, all right, provided you're a suspect of this crime, you should face it, because as the judgment goes on, all right, as the judgment goes on, your years, all right, will qualify you, however, to be sent to the normal prison, and you will go for the normal prison. All right, you must be there to see the reason why you should suffer for it, because you are exposing a woman to ridicule. The law says that a person must be what? Must be convicted by a court. It is the court that rules, and not by our own volition, taking the woman to a room. And by doing this, stripping her naked, if incidentally somebody takes something to hit her, it will give her more damage than she put on her clothes. So I would advise that this kind of activity should not be done. Even though you have caught a criminal, you know what I mean? Don't manhandle it. And then you know that so if the police is not telling the truth, you can tell the truth because you have done your investigation. So these are the way that such issues should be handled, and not people post.
Because if there's actually an active bill, which I believe there's a bill,
yes,
it's going to really restrict the activities on the social media. What to post on?
Of course.
What to post on? Because I think, yes, because the rates that people are punishing people. I remember an incident of one woman who was lured by men, and they demanded her phone, they demanded money, and took a nude video of her and said that if she if she refuses to pay the money, that they are going to put it on the social media, and they did. Good. They did put it on the social media. Why they took the woman's money, why they took it. So I think our lawmakers should look into social media stuff. Because no matter the offense, you don't have to strip someone naked. You have other ways to do that.
Of course.
Going to the police, reporting the individual, what you've done and all of that. But we cannot just really blame this minor, because there are things they're watching on the social media that is influencing them. Some people can just even snap their nudity and post it on the social media.
I think the government should use this opportunity also to work out the strategy, the framework on how these issues can be properly handled, because this social media is becoming too worrisome in our society. It's becoming too worrisome. Instead of being friendly, we see the other side of it as very, 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 very.
And these young people, these young ones now, I think, although you're not a lawyer, but I know you have a legal knowledge.
Yeah.
How would they be treated? Is it? I know they have juvenile courts, right? So they will be reminded in juvenile court when they now turn to 18.
Juvenile, of course.
Okay.
They will be taken to the juvenile. Normally, they are taken to the social welfare. From the social welfare, then they take them to the juvenile courts. I know we have juvenile courts where such person is tried until he matures into his age. All right? And then the matter is transferred to the regular court. So it's not what the time that you've committed of is still counting. Go for the retrial. They put you across.
So what do you have for the young ones who are watching us?
Yes, the young ones who are watching us is, this is going to be a very serious lesson.
Yes.
You know what I mean? For people to, you must know how to respect, not to respect.
Guardians, young ones, young stars who are watching us, we're actually pleading with you to be of good conduct, you know, to exhibit an exemplary behavior that would not land you in jail. That you are a minor wouldn't exempt you.
It can't exempt you.
It can't. It does. It wouldn't
it counts into your qualification.
Exactly.
It counts the years that you committed the offense. Counts you into your qualification.
Okay.
You're still on trial. The motion.
Okay. Nigeria. The Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, made this known in a statement today, Monday. Now, giving further clarification on the issue, Idris said the FG was not engaged in any discussions with foreign countries. The minister urged the public to disregard false alarms and emphasize the government's commitment to existing foreign cooperation in addressing security challenges. Okay, now he said the federal government is aware of false alarms being raised in some quarters, alleging discussions between the federal government of Nigeria and some foreign countries on the sighting of foreign military bases in Nigeria in the country. We urge the general public to disregard this falsehood. The federal government is not in any such discussions with any foreign country. We have neither received nor are we considering any proposals from any country on the establishment of any foreign military bases in Nigeria. Now, you know, at a point they said that FG says that there were plans for them to, you know, bring in foreign military bases in Nigeria. And I think this is going to cost us a whole lot of money. But now they've debunked it. That said there were no plans for that. There were no plans for them to set a military bases in Nigeria. You know, because you know what it means, having liaison with the foreigners. And you know, that's our money too. And do we have money? But they have come up to tell us now. That's why we want to conclude with this topic. They've come to say that we do know that there was no negotiation so far. There was no discussion so far bringing in military bases. Now, in a few sentences, what can you say about this, if it is actually, if it is really going to manifest tomorrow, or what they are saying is right? Because some people were saying of the opinion that it is right for them to cite it. It is not right, because this we are going on before the FG now came out today and said there were no discussions. So on your own, you know, using your own prerogative, do you think it's really right for Nigeria to have a foreign military base in Nigeria? Let's just talk as a journalist.
Yes, I think it's not right. The society is crime-free. So we commend them very well. We commend our military very well. But out of the foreign military, I don't think
that will help.
That will help. Because
well, instead of them to help, I think they need to really, you know, to retrain them, upgrade some systems they use in combating crimes,
and train more of our military personnel.
Yes.
On the trending technology.
Exactly.
In the use of arms in detecting crime, those are the things that we want to see our military actually should go into. Right? Technology. How can they use technology to monitor security? All right? That is what we want to see, we want to hear from the military, so that it will reduce them causing, or maybe in order to guide against unnecessary risk. All right? To guide against unnecessary risk. So that is why we want to advise that no foreign military base is needed in Nigeria. We don't need it. All right? Because we understand that it is the northerners that are making the noise, because they must have seen one or two handwriting on the wall. Or maybe someone must have leaked something to them. But the most important thing is that the federal government said there is no plan. And since there is no plan, I think there is no need to talk on the matter. Because talking on the matter means that we want to assume that this is what they want to do, and which is wrong. But that as they have denied it, that there is no such military base, I would totally say that it should not even happen, because it is going to leak a lot of our security network to foreign countries like such developed countries. And for us to leak our secret, our security secret, I don't want our country to be in the hands of other people. We have capable hands. We have capable hands who are handling the country's issues. It should be so. Let us feel our independence. We have our independence, and we have our republic. So let us enjoy the leadership by our own. Even though people are committing crime here and there, our security officers are not tired of doing their work. So we should still give them the kudos, and do not want to support any foreign military here. It will be too dangerous for us in the future.
So those people who are actually saying, because it was a debate,
yes,
and then and I think I want to commend the federal government for coming in right now to tell us that there was no plan, because as a matter of fact, some people were like, yeah, it is good because they're going to combat this Boko Haram, this insecurity is going to reduce, but Nigerian money is involved. If you want to really get in, yes, the funding there is to be so outrageous.
Even though they will support, we will do the more of the spending.
Exactly.
Because Nigeria will now...
So Nigeria will pay them.
No, of course, we will go into weapon...
deals with
weapon deal now, because the oil for weapons, that's what it's going to look like now, because that's the corporation they want to build. If they build that corporation, we'll deal more on arms. And if arms come into this country, of course, you all of us know, before you know where they have kept it, explosion will come. Everything will explode. It happened in Lagos severally. So that's why we're advising that. Train our personnel.
Like you said.
And also ensure that there is sustainable development in the country, economic development. That's where government has not tackled because of the debt they're paying. That's our problem.
All right.
They're paying a lot of debt.
Express Roundtable today. We thank you so much for keeping us company. You can also stay connected on ATN and follow and like our page on ATN socials. We have Twitter, Atlantic TV Net. We have Facebook, we have YouTube, Atlantic Television Network, and on Instagram, on Intel and TikTok, Atlantic TV Network 1. You can